So kids have a lot to say, but if your child has a difficult time with speech, it can be painful for both you and your child. So today, Ashley Christensen, a speech pathologist, is here to share a few ways you can help kids speak more clearly and learn some of those harder sounds at home. Ashley, it's great to meet you.
It's so nice to meet you. It's such a treat to be here.
A sparkly guest.
Oh, thank you.
That we can all learn from. I have a few kiddos that fit into this category. Anyone who's had a child struggle with speech on any level knows the frustration and how hard it can be. I imagine you get a lot of joy in helping parents help their kids.
Oh, it is such a joy. I've absolutely loved it because it is hard. Even this last year, started working with a little boy. He was 12 and he had never said his name correctly. And I feel like children are magical. What they have to say is really, really important. And I want to help make them speak clearly.
Well, and here's the catch. You say the strategies are fairly simple, but it's access to those strategies that's a challenge.
Absolutely. The strategies, I am learning more and more is that parents don't know how to get support. There are early intervention supports where parents can go and Google their county and early intervention and get support 0 to 3. And then from 3 into school age, they can access support in the schools. Even if you're private school student, you can also access public services. So a lot of parents don't realize that.
But you told my producer, even with those school services readily available, there are some kids who could benefit from the services that don't get flagged or taken into the
Absolutely.
program.
And the reason is because in the school system, you have to be considered moderately to severely impaired to be able to qualify for those services. And so parents go, they get those evaluations maybe, and then they don't qualify and they think, okay, my child doesn't need it. But really on the contrary, there are some sounds that can be worked on and practiced sooner to support their child so it doesn't get harder as they get older.
So at what age should a parent be sitting up and paying attention? Like, it's cute if my 3-year-old can't say her R's.
Right.
And we're always told it will come, it will come. At what age should I start to maybe jump in with some of these tricks?
Really good point, because when we see toddlers, errors are normal. They're developmentally appropriate errors, but usually around 3 is when you kind of start to notice, hey, are they doing this pattern? Are they saying this correctly? And you can pay attention. There's a wide range of sounds and when they develop. But usually by age 6 and 7, they should have mastered all of their
letters. You've created an awesome resource to help reduce the burden on parents and build confidence. You've got this digital course, and you're going to give us a preview of it today.
So fun.
Let me throw out a letter that can be tricky for a lot of kids, and you help us know as parents how we might jump in with some help.
Let's do it.
L.
Okay, L.
The L's.
Here's the L. I'm going to have you do it along with me.
Okay,
First thing to remember, though, that parents don't realize is don't jump to, okay, say lion. Really, it's little steps that help build success for our kids. So first thing, make sure that they can hear the difference. Can they hear the difference between lion and wyan? And once they're really good at hearing the difference, then you know, okay, they can hear it. Now we're going to work on placement. The best strategy for parents that I find is start with where they are. Get to their level. Say it how they do. Go wyan. And then go backwards and say, okay, from where they're doing it, how do I shape my tongue in my mouth to get it to the correct placement where the tongue goes out? Okay, lollipop, yellow, love bringing in all the fun sounds. So what you're gonna do, favorite tip, there's lots, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the lollipop, get it nice and flavorful, and rub it on the top, behind your teeth, front teeth on the top there, because that's where we need our tongue to go. So if we take that lollipop and say, okay, we're gonna bring the tip of our tongue up to the top right here.
And then they know where to put it.
And then they know where to put it.
Using a sucker.
Using a sucker, which is so fun and so motivating.
I was going to say that too. As we jump in with these, you don't want them to be more insecure. So keeping it light and fun, I imagine, is helpful.
Oh, absolutely. It builds confidence. For
Lion.
Sure.
L. S and Z.
Okay, S and Z. So here's a straw for you. This is my favorite tip. S and Z are essentially the same sound. It's just one has a voice and one doesn't. So we don't realize that a lot. So if you go and turn on your voice, it's the exact same thing except for our voice is on.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So for both of those, this is my favorite tip. And what you're gonna do is, what this shows our kids, a lot of kids bring their tongue out like this. See.
Yes.
I see it.
Yeah.
And so to help them bring their tongue back in their mouth and keep it down to let the air escape out the front center, you take the straw right down in the center. And what this, do you feel how it's like kind of showing your tongue to stay down? This helps them feel.
I see it.
And then it also says, hey, you need to bring the sound to the straw and let it escape. So that is my favorite tip to help remind them to bring their tongue back and trap their tongue with their teeth.
Very good. Okay, F.
F, okay. I brought some peanut butter. You can use marshmallow cream, you can use honey, you can use any of those things, but this is a really good cue. Also, a mirror is huge, where they can see what's happening, because a lot of kids...
Oh, I wouldn't think about that.
right? So what we need to show them is that their teeth need to touch their lip like this. Instead of maybe doing like I follow instead of I follow you. We need to see those teeth, and we need it to be a soft flow. And so a tiny bit of peanut butter or marshmallow cream or treat on your lip, and then it shows them, oh, we need to let our teeth stick there.
Oh, that's so clever.
And then especially if it's a treat or something fun that they like, again, it's super motivating.
And the mirror, I wouldn't have thought of the mirror. That's very helpful.
The mirror is huge in supporting kids to
are these
see.
Kind of things happening in traditional speech therapy, or are you making it a little more
no,
fun? Okay.
They're happening in speech therapy. I am a little bit of a cheese ball, and I like to make it really, really fun and clear for them.
I've got a minute. Can you give us 2 more? A TH.
TH. Oh, TH, one of the biggest things is they need to let the air flow and their tongue comes out in between their teeth. So, and you can use a toothbrush if you don't have any of these things at home, and take it and rub their tongue to bring sensory awareness, and then be like, hey, you're gonna bite right there, but don't bite too hard. Let it flow.
But helping them feel where, and then R. Can you do an R?
R. R's a big one. The biggest thing is for R is that we're gonna wanna shape our tongue. We're gonna wanna curl it back. A lot of kids wanna go wabbit for rabbits. We need to remind them we don't use our lips to make the sound, and we don't use our jaw, we use our tongue, and we kind of curl it back. So if you start with a shh sound and pull your tongue back, it's like sure. So
Like
that's
that
one of my
flow.
favorite tips. Sure.
And the glove
curling
being
it
kind
back.
of what's happening.
The glove is fun because it's like a tongue. It's like a magical little tongue. Makes
Ashley,
it really
you're
fun.
darling. Thank you so much for these helpful tips. Where can people learn more about your digital course?
Oh, that's great. On Instagram right now at my.magicwords, where I am showing kind of the journey and starting this process. And on August 22nd, we're launching a digital course where kids can learn the magic of these sounds, learn and build confidence, learn that they're amazing, what they have to say is important, and they get to say it clearly. So it's easy for parents.
And thank you for that. Your Instagram again?
My.magicwords.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brooke. It's so good to be here.